Ohio's first poet laureate, Dr. Amit Majmudar, is here. Dr. Majmudar was appointed as Ohio's first Ohio Poet Laureate in January 2016. Having our own Poet Laureate in Ohio promotes awareness of the literary arts and encourages all Ohioans to develop a greater appreciation of poetry. Amit grew up in Cleveland. We won't hold that against him since I'm from Cincinnati. He is a graduate of Northeast Ohio Medical University College of Medicine and received his bachelor degree in natural sciences from the University of Akron. So you can be a physician and a poet at the same time. He has published 2 novels, and his poetry, essays, and literary criticism have appeared in the most prestigious publications in the world.
Thank you so much, Senator Kearney. I'm going to be reading 2 poems from my new book, Dothead, and I'm going to basically read you the first poem and the last poem. And they always tell you when you're putting a collection together, start strong and end strong. So I'm going to save you everything in the middle and basically read the first one and the last one. And I thought it was appropriate because both of those poems actually deal with adolescence and sort of teenage life. And the first one, for example, starts out in a high school cafeteria. And it ends with a mythological reference to Shiva Nataraja, who is a Hindu god who awakens at the end of time and dances the dance of destruction in a sphere of fire. So we're going to get from one place to there over the course of this poem. So it's called Dothead. Well, yes, I said. My mother wears a dot. I know they said third eye in class, but it's not an eye, not like that. It's not some freak third eye that opens on your forehead like on some Chernobyl baby. What it means is, what it's showing is, there's this unseen eye on the inside, and she's marking it. It's how the X that says where treasure's at is not the treasure, but as good as treasure. All right. What I said wasn't half so measured. In fact, I didn't say a thing. Their laughter had made my mouth go dry. Lunch was after world history. That week was India. Myths, caste system, sati, all the greatest hits. The white kids I was sitting with were friends, at least as I defined a friend back then. So wait, said Nick, does your mom wear a dot? I nodded, and I caught a smirk on Todd. She wear it to the shower and to bed? While Jesse sucked his chocolate milk and Brad was getting ready for another stab, I said, hand me that ketchup packet there. And Nick said, what? I snatched it, twitched the tear, and squeezed a dollop on my thumb and worked circles till the red planet entered the house of war. And on my forehead, for the world to see, my third eye burned those schoolboys in their seats, their flesh in little puddles underneath pale pools where Nataraja cooled his feet. Hats off to you guys for reciting 3 poems from memory. I can't recite my poems from memory. I wrote them, and I still can't do it. So the last poem in the book, kind of paradoxically, I end the book with an invocation. And an invocation is typically, at the beginning of an epic poem, they'll have, arms in the man I sing. That's how the Aeneid begins. And it's a way of sort of starting everything off, and you tell the muse to sing for you. And so playing with that, the first words of this poem are, "The arms I sing." And this actually also relates to my training as a doctor. When I was in medical school, they have you rotate through the different fields of medicine. And when I was in child and adolescent psychiatry, basically what you do as a medical student is you talk to these teenagers about why they are basically where they are. And one thing I noticed, a common theme, was something had to do with their arms. And their arms were damaged in some way or another, frequently by themselves. And this poem is actually, as I said, "The arms I sing." This poem is an invocation, and it has to do with the arms of children. It's called Invocation. The arms I sing. Forget the man, there is no other epic. Sing the arms of kids, the ones with pustules all along their veins, like runway track lights burning for a plane that blew up hours ago with no survivors. The ones with runes no parent can decipher. One message, knifed and scarred and knifed again in a mystic tongue forgotten who knows when. The arms, imprinted with a shadow grip, as if the dad who grabbed and crushed had dipped his hand in black paint first. The arms with tight arcs of perforation, human bites that get infected faster than a dog's. The toddler's arms, with both hands scalded raw, all glistening and hog pink, swollen taut, the tantrum over, the lesson taught, two signal fires that call across the plain. The city is sacked and all the children slain. Thank you.